Just trying to get everything sorted. Just have to get my stuff sorted and then we're online. So generally, again, if anybody has any questions, please just drop them and I'll get to them. There is pretty much no agenda, just monthly live stream that I did say I start my job on Monday, so I will talk about that too if anybody wants to talk about that. And yeah, we're just here to have fun. So what has everybody been up to the last month? It has been one of those months where I'm glad it's over, but as again, it's one of those months where we are into February, which is a shorter month, but it's a leap year. So there's that to play with. I get paid in the next 2 weeks from one job, and then is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 3.5 weeks to get paid again. And then we'll have to make it all the way to the end of the month. Not been seeing any. Well, I say I haven't been seeing anybody's things, but YouTube again with moto vlogging in general has been quiet, which is quite sad. We got Teapot One, we've got the Doghouse and Motors, and generally that's it. I know Zheads and a couple of other ones are posting fairly regularly at the minute, and my mate Gary GSF is posting as usual, which he always seems to do really good videos now, which is jealous. Rev Bomb does a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm not seeing very many moto vlogs except for like the midlife motorcycle diaries and bits and pieces. But again, I am so busy trying to do stuff. It is sometimes I don't even get to see things myself. So if there's anybody you're watching, let me know if they're worth watching. Because I know sometimes I do not see everything. I do know. Sorry, even if I forgot, Safi Sprocket has seemed to be killing it again. She's back uploading, and it's great. It's just great. Went out today and I washed the bike. Oh, such a day. Four people? What? You're all mad. Drop your questions in this bar here. Drop your questions. But as I say, I was out today with good 3 hours cleaning the bike, doing stuff. And I will, as you put stuff up, I will go like, week. So it comes up on the screen so everybody can see it. We got the cave, felt bad for Sophie's pocket, injuring herself so close to her goal. Still amazing adventure to be proud of, though. Yes, 100%. That girl has done some serious traveling, probably more than what I'll ever do. But it's unreal. She did her ambulance thing. She was around Ireland. She's been around Europe. She's been to Norway. I think a lot of people are going to Norway. I know a lot of my friends who, Casey, you've met, the girl in that group, she actually did go to Norway and did like a 3 week tour and up around there too. So it was like, whoa, here, that's cool. But yeah, it's one of those things. Is it's when you get hurt, it just that would kill me. So it would. I do know. I did find out about the Scottish Bike Show that the Edinburgh Airport is like a 10-minute walk from the Highland Centre. So I'll be booking that come maybe the middle of February. I'll book that and then we'll get that going. So well, but I definitely need to get bits and pieces done to the bike first. I need to get the fork seals done. I need to get the head burn done, and then I need to get it serviced. And once it's serviced, then I can start traveling. And then a chain. I need a chain at some point in the future. Probably just before ABR, but I might try and squeeze the last out of that chain at ABR. But we'll see. I plan to start moto vlogging soon. I have a helmet mount and it's the 368th. Just need to complete my DAS. Yes. Good luck. As I say, wouldn't go straight into making YouTube channel videos. Concentrate on the road. I mean, I was riding for quite a few years before I decided to even do the YouTube thing. I watched a lot of YouTubers at that time. The DAS, I would love to redo my bike test just to see if it would pass, but I know it wouldn't. And the car test is turning out to be a bit harder than I thought because apparently in the theory test, road signs is the thing that's tripping me up. So that's a thing. Yes, mate. What I'll do, yes, Keith. What I'll do is I will let you know when I'm booking, and if you want to book at the same time, I'll let you know what flight. I think. Oh shit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly out in the morning, and then just fly back that night because I think there's a flight to Edinburgh that lands at about half nine-ish, and then there's a flight. I think the last flight to Belfast is at like 6. It leaves at about 6:30. I'll actually check. It like leaves at 6, I think. Departing March 16th, arriving in March the 16th. One person. Testing, outbound. Outbound, there's 4 seats left. You arrive in at 10 o'clock that morning, and then there's the flight out is at 6:05. And I think if I select both, it comes to a grand total of, and I'll get to continue standard fare. This bitch is cheap. Do I pick a seat? Skip seat. Select seat. We'll go for that one, just for talk's sake. That one, just for talk's sake. So, that's more expensive than what it was. Hang on a minute. Go back to my fucking seats here. See how much this is here. Where's the free seats? £94 apparently. Apparently it's £94. How many days is the bike show? I think it's 2. So it's the 16th and 17th of March. Yeah, 16th and 17th of March. Generally, I think it runs from 10 to 6 on both days. Now, generally, I would have ridden over, but it is too bloody expensive. And as I was saying to Keith, my idea, because it was too expensive, my idea was to ride over in the morning as early as possible and then ride back that night. But then I remembered that is a long, long day. And nah, I couldn't have done that. It would be easy to do, but it would be an absolute bollocks of a day. And it would work out at about, so you have 7 sailing to get you there for 10:15, and then you go, you get the late one, say the afternoon one home, and it comes to £110. But then you have to buy a hotel, and the hotel is, where is it? Where's the booking.com? I think when I looked at it, the hotel was expensive as well. Now, that's not to say if the prices change, I want to do that because it's just more fun. Airport, because the airport's literally next door. Yeah, so the one I usually would have stayed in is £157. The one beside it is £135. The one just down the road from it is £168 for one night. There is one Ibis for 98, but again, if I'm flying over, it's just easier. What are the cheapest? Because sometimes the cheapest is just price. West End Hotel, 5.6 miles from Edinburgh Airport. Now you're all right. Yeah, so it was easily going to cost at least £200 on the bike to go over. And yeah, Johnny, I would agree. I would agree. Prices at the minute are just bloody ridiculous. But generally, my trip would have been get up, go over on the Saturday, and come back on the Sunday. Or if I could have really afforded it, I would have went over on the Friday and spent 2 days, just because I like to chill and have a few drinks and stuff. But I did ask on TikTok today, is it easy to get from the airport to the center? And lots of people were like, it's like 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk. So it was. So it isn't a big deal, but ideally I would have loved to have gone on the bike just because. Um, but I will film it. I think because I'll be in the airport, um, it means I can just wheel a GoPro around with no one's business. So I can. But hopefully, I'm going to meet a few people there because I have been talking to the likes of Zed Heads and stuff like that there, and they did say if I was ever going to let them know, and I think I'm just going to turn up. It's always a laugh when I do shit like that. But as I say, it's just the thing. It's different. It's what the Northern Ireland show used to be like. The three big halls, you have the auto jumble and their custom stuff out the back, and then their dealers up the front, and then their food in the middle. So it is generally a cringe saying it, a social event, and I'm more than happy just to go over. I would avoid. I'm not really great with public transport. I try and avoid public transport at all costs, solely because it's just a easy way of me making a mistake. Plus, I wanted Keith to bring his bike because I wanted to see if anything else fell off at this time. Because if nobody ever knew, he went to ABR and we noticed, was it in Dublin port? We noticed that said person's bike, the the big friggin' pedal for the side or the main stand was slightly broken. and it was pointing. I think I can remember. I think I remember. It was pointing into his chain, so it was, and it was funny because we did the whole 4 days, and I think he went out in the trails, and you know all that there fun stuff, and we were driving back, and we pulled over, and I am a fucker for doing that. I look over everybody's bike just to see what I can see, and noticed that the big metal bit that was meant to be touching his chain absolutely had disappeared, and we still don't know where it came off. Giles's Tours? Do they have a website? I want to look that up. Nah, that's a bus tour. I couldn't do that. I'd end up crying. I will fly over and see. Oh, there was. Oh my goodness. The funniest thing, like, I know I said to Keith at this point, I know, Keith, I said this to you on the trip. Um, the one thing that I never took into consideration was Keith's bike being one of the older Transalps. I totally forgot that some bikes of certain ages can't use E10 fuel. And oh my goodness, see, talking about trying to pick, what was it like? See, trying to pick a car park, trying to pick a petrol station that had E5 and E10. Now, at a push, if I'm really desperate on my bike, at a push, I will use E10. I'll hate every minute of it, but I'll use it. But Keith couldn't use it. Oh my goodness. And we both had our bikes packed that heavily that it was hard to stand the bike up while filling it. And then the English are so paranoid in some petrol stations about filling them up when you're standing sitting on them and all this here. And oh my goodness. And I think at one point we came to a roundabout just up from the petrol station, and I was lead bike because I had the sat nav and stuff, and I the sat nav for some reason glitched. For some reason, the sat nav glitched, and I think I ended up leading Keith round a roundabout like 3 or 4 times. Because the sat nav kept glitching. Every time I got to the one that needed to go, it glitched to the next one, and oh my goodness. Poor Keith by the end of it. Now, all the ones that I was meeting up with, like the Jasmine and stuff, and R1 Soul off Instagram and all lemons, and Mr. Fish and stuff, and Hippodrones. By the time we had got there, and Keith had got his tent sorted, and I was already, because I had bought the tent, it was all set up for me. I was already drinking, and he came down, and no word of a lie. When he arrived, he was wrecked. Within about 2 or 3 hours, he was even more wrecked and was falling asleep to the point people were like, "Are you okay?" Oh my goodness, I felt so bad because I can do stuff like that and it doesn't faze me, but Keith had only told me like literally halfway through Wales that this was his first time out of like fucking Ireland and Northern Ireland, which is hilarious. Plus, if anybody wants, do you know the way when something happens, you need someone to corroborate your story? If someone wants to ask Keith about um, the ball of fluff that he had to swallow, he is the person to ask because he was behind me when I hit Mr. Stephen. So it did, and it split it into two pieces. And I'm disappointed because his fucking Insta 360 didn't catch it. Yes, because you never slept the night before. Yeah, you told me that too. Oh my god, it was good times. I'm looking forward to doing it again. I can't wait for ABR this year. I will literally sacrifice every holiday I have for the wedding and ABR. I am doing this year, whether it kills me or not. Yes, Alan Keith is a very popular biker. So he is. I just, oh man. I've still got your jumper too, Keith. It's in here somewhere. Your jumper and where is it? Where is it? Ah, I still got your power bank too. I've been having a look at showrooms, but be good to get the bike to a bike show for the range I was at the Palomino today in the Honda Suzuki showroom. Like the idea of a CBR 650. Yes, they are a good bike. I have never rode one. I really have never rode one, but as I say, this year is going to change because of a bank load of bikes that I want to ride. Always test drive them. The one piece of advice I will say is always test ride the bike before buying it because you might like it. You might like to sit on it, and then you sit on it, and then you hate it after you've rode it for 5 days. Yes, Keith, I cannot wait myself. I am booking in April. I'm going to book in April for ABR. Um, that gives me time to settle into the new. I do 2-3 months into the new job, and then I can sort of book holidays. I can book holidays once I start, but I don't want to be throwing 4 days in straight away. So but no, I can't wait. I'm gonna get that stupid code that the English always seem to want for your driving, so then I can actually go and test ride things. So well, but definitely no. I just absolutely fucking great time with ABR. Absolutely loved every minute. So it is, but oh, what was the other thing that happened? Oh, what was it? Your clutch, what, Keith? I think it was your clutch. Just refused to work. It worked, but very, very minimally, which is fucking hilarious because it got all the way to Dublin and then started playing up. Oh dear! And then it was coming home. Yeah, it was coming home. Like for anybody who doesn't know, like I then to give Kate's bike a bit of a rest on the way home. I carried some of his stuff, and even though I carried some of his stuff, every time I went round a roundabout and it was a sharpish turn, I always looked back to see where Keith was just to make sure that he was doing okay and he was okay and all that there. And there's a few times I don't know. I think it was just a Transalt thing, but he was going round roundabouts and it looked like the bike was like horizontal across the floor because it was just so heavy. But he managed to keep up, and he did the miles, which fucking yeah, if that's the first time you've done a trip like that, whoa, that's some trip. Plus, it was like what 27 odd degrees, probably in around 30 at some point. We're in bike stuff, and then coming home, we got absolutely drowned in the petrol station, and then you had to stop and put waterproof. It was a trip that you would love to do again. Still another place in two. It's cracking off. Use it as an excuse to buy a new bike. Buy the new Transalp. You know, I've seen pictures. I do like. Before I go this year, I think I might do a. I might do a clutch change. So well, not like fancy clutch. I'm just going to do clutch plates, and get it serviced. I'll probably get it serviced, and then I'll do the clutch plates as a. Can I do this? We'll try it, but no, definitely, yeah. It definitely felt like 37, and then it was 35 here, but in the tent that I had, and I personally I had the one I had, it felt like about 45 degrees from about 5 o'clock in the morning. And then when your sweaty ass is trying to get out of the tent, and Ryan from F9's walking past saying hello, and you're like, oh, great, my big fat ass sticking out of a tent in a pair of boxers is not the nicest thing you want to see. And then that as well itself, having beers with like Mr. Fish, friggin' Teapot One, Hippodromes, ran F9 at one point. We had a couple of beers together, and then Mr. Peak Moto. It was bizarre. It was bizarre. It was just one of those things. So it was. But the showers, oh my god, the showers were nice. I never thought I would go to a biking festival and the showers with the fucking highlight of it. But no, it was the temperature and the tents were just not to be messed with. Like, man, I wasn't hobnobbing with nobody. To be fair, and I will admit this. I will admit this. When we got to the site, we got our stuff, and I went in search of my campsite, and I pulled up, and the guy had showed me into the tent, or showed me where my tent was, and Ryan F9 was walking along the row, and it was like, oh yeah, there's thing, and he's like, hey, and I was like, mate, had to shake his hand, and I actually did say, listen, big fan, and and then he asked where I was from, and says, and he's like, oh, I'll see you later. I'll catch up for some beers. It was so fun. Mr. Fish, I was with the group. I don't think you were there at that point, Keith, but Mr. Fish and Teapot and Hippodromes came in, and I was with the group that I was with, and Mr. Fish was talking, or I was talking, and then when they came in, I stopped, and then the next minute, he looked at me, and I went, all right, and he was just like, and he came running around, and the man's a freaking beast. He's a beast. He just grabbed me and started hugging me and squeezed the life out of me. Oh my god, it was strange. And the thing was that me and Fish had been talking before that, was me and him started at the same time, but obviously he did a lot more than what I was doing. So it is, but it was just such a great event. Everybody talked to everybody. I met ones who knew me from TikTok. I just walked around pissed for 4 days. Where was that heat I have been wearing? So that heat was in. Fuck, I can't remember. It was in England. Ragley House in England, Ragley Estate in England. It was the ABR festival. So you're probably talking about 7 or 8 miles below Birmingham. The company you're talking about, is that the Grand Canaries motorcycle company? They are meant to be really good. Yeah, that place. They are meant to be really good. Bloody expensive too, though. But I would love to go away and do something like that. But again, I've seen the way them fucking lunatics ride around out there, and it's insane. It's definitely not. Definitely, I would stick with the outside in the country rather than the in through the city parts, because you die. Because we went to Corfu, me and Lisa went to Corfu, and the one thing that they love out there is XT660s. And it was like, I want to take one of those out. And just seeing the way they rode around in the cities and stuff was like, no, not a chance. Yeah, it's definitely on the bucket list. I know you can do Gran Canaria main island, you can do Tenerife and Lanzarote, I think. I would love to do Lanzarote and Gran Canaries and do just fucking lap the country. Just do a series about lapping each of the countries, and then that's it. But no, definitely. I want to go to Switzerland. I really want to, but obviously with the wedding this year, holidays are they're at a minimum, so I don't really have many holidays to spend, and we're going to be going on a mad holiday to fucking tropical country type thing. So probably next year, I'm going to see about shipping the bike out to Switzerland and doing a tour around Switzerland for like a week, and then maybe see how it goes, see how it would work, and maybe tour it back. So ride the bike back. So I'm only paying to go out and then ride back, because it'd be something different. I haven't seen anybody doing it. I've seen loads of people doing it. I want to do it myself. Plus, I want to go and visit my mates Andy and Roland, who live out there, and go and get the sausage that is made at like stupid 1,000 feet above the water, above water level in the mountains, and they only do so much of it a year, and blah blah blah. I want to go get some, and the chocolate. Oh, and obviously the squiggly roads. But no, I definitely have a lot on my list, and I was hoping to do the Skyfall Road this year, but holidays, again, just looking at it, the holidays are just endlessly running out. Not unless there's a bank holiday that I can sort of, nip a quick trip sort of thing. There's companies that ship your bike to a holiday. Yes, there is. They're called Overlander Trap. overland motorcycle tours. I think it's overland, is it? So I think it's called Flying Ride. Hang on, I'll share it with you. I'll share. Present screen. I think it's this one. So the Pyrenees Mountains. The only problem is they're so bloody expensive. Oh, you can just, or you can hire a bike. It's €90 a day for a F750. Tiger 900 is €90 a day, and the Africa Twin Honda, the Honda CRF is £102 a day. I thought there was. Is that it? I'm gonna find the one overland motorcycle. Transport. So I found it. No, that's it there. So overlanders.ie, basically you can do these, say, no, Western Canada, what the fuck? No. I'm trying to find it. Gonna be annoyed if I can't find it, because right. We'll say the Grand Alps. It's obviously more. Category guided tour, £2,750 for 8 days. Culture shock low. What's included? Return transport of your motorcycle from our bases in Gouy in County Wexford to Lyon in France. So basically what they do is, I think what you do is you deliver it to a certain place. So that you deliver it. Arrive in Lyon on the 9th, Aer Lingus, depart Lyon on the 19th. So you deliver your bike to Wexford. They then take your bike to that place, Lyon. And then what happens is you get on your bike, go on the tour, and I think that one's a guided tour. So you go on the guided tour, and then you come back, put your stuff back onto the transporter. They bring it back, and you get on a flight. I would love to do that. Let's see, where is it? Overlanders, transport, self-guided. I know a couple of people who have done this. I think they did the Switzerland one. So this one, I think your self-guided one, you can basically ship it to somewhere and then you go and collect it. Yeah, so this is basically the lorry that they'll put your where is it actually? No, that's not it, is it? So I'm trying to find it for you because I find this fascinating. So you get a crate just like this, and you put your bike in. They make sure it's safe and all that there. But what you do is, and what other people have done is, they basically pack what they need. So your helmet, your jacket, your trousers, your body armor, all the stuff you're going to bring that wise. Make sure everything's serviced and new tired before you go, and then like obviously like that, it's all packed ready to go. So you get there. Your bike's packed in like this. You get there, they unload it. You then go to the place where they unload it, and then you just go. So you do round, do your thing, come back at the pre-arranged date, jump on this, and away you go. It's so handy. And it means you can take your own bike, but obviously check your bloody insurance before you go. But no, it's something I've always wanted to do. So it is, but no, 100%. I'm on for that. If I can ever afford that, I will. Sorry, give me 2 wee seconds. I see your comment, Phil. I'm coming. I can't. I'm just. Where are you? Watched your video of the coastal run to Glenarm, on which I enjoyed. Thank you very much. That was very scary. That I wasn't actually going to post that one, which I enjoyed. You should also make a video of the entire run. What are you glitching? Why are you glitching? That's my mouse. I'm sorry, my mouse is glitching. You should make a video of the entire run to Portrush and then the Sea Coast Road to Limavady. I need to look at that in a map. So yeah, 100%. That video, I was going to post it in some of the Belfast biker groups, but I decided no bueno. So if I was going to, and I'm probably going to add it to the list, I'm going to do a video. If I haven't already, I need to check. Where is it? Shit. I have to check. 2 seconds. Playlists. In the playlist, and then that one. We're going to go into that one. Videos. Yeah. So the videos that I'm putting in once the weather tidies up, I'll be back onto it. So I've done Glenarm, Carnlough. That was that video. The next video will be, and I think I've already done it, but I don't know why it's not in that group. I've already done Torhead. I've not done Portrush, Portstewart, solely because I'm not a fan of doing Portrush, or I'm not a Portrush, Portstewart person. And generally in the summer, it's full of rail ends on cars and sport bikes that just cover the place. I want to do a video of from Muzzleton Temple down that coast, downhill, right along the Isle of Magee to McGilligan Point, and then do a video going across from McGilligan Point to Donegal, because I know that's a pretty popular route. But as I say, most of the stuff that I do, it's just things that I like to do. It's not even popular routes. But thank you very much. I do try to be normal in the video. Yeah. I do try to do normal sort of touristy type videos like that, but sometimes it just, the absolute fear of doing a video like that and having to post it in a biker group in Northern Ireland just doesn't go down well, and I put it off. But generally, yeah, I'm going to cover the whole of the top coast. The Ards Peninsula. So I think I've done them at one point. Ballyhalbert, Ballywalter, Missile, Donegal. I'm going to be doing. I've already done Newcastle. And then I'm going to do Annalong, Kilkeel, Silent Valley. And then we're going to go across to, this is a bit of an insight to my thinking. We're going to go across to Carlingford, and then round into Carlingford and then back up. So that's what the summer's going to be. Generally, I'm going to try and release those bikers hotspot NI videos around maybe the end of winter, just because those videos get views in the winter, where general vlogs that I do just carry on. But yeah, many good biker groups to join to find out events and stuff. So you'll want to go and join Away You Go community. You'll want to go and join Northern Ireland Rideouts, or Northern Ireland Biker Rideouts. There's Northern Ireland Bikers. There's Belfast Bikers. Just type in Northern Ireland Biker groups, and there'll be a shit ton of them come up on Facebook. Generally, take them all with a pinch of salt, because some people in them just cannot take a joke. Half the time I will just try and get booted out of a group like that. The first ever biker hotspots NI video that I posted was received by what could only be stated as several old men who drive GSs, huffing, puffing, bumming and blowing, because I didn't do some random fucking harbour with a coffee shop in it. And then you get the ones, oh, why'd you do this? It's a waste of time. And, generally not one bit of encouragement. So if you're looking for encouragement in one of the Northern Ireland bike groups, don't do it. Most of them will run to their own regimes. I say regimes because most of them are regimes. Away You Go group, it is a great group. They meet up very regularly, do group rides around the Antrim Hills, Cushendun, Ballycastle, Portrush, and then they do tours to Scotland. They do tours to Wales. There's, I think they're going to start up. They did there for a couple of months there. We're meeting up with everybody at like Tim Hortons and Boucher Road. and then the next week they would move it to Costa Coffee in Antrim, and then it would move to Dublin, move to Dundonald. So they have an active group with a good active turnout of things. General sort of motorcycle club stuff, you're wanting to be generally in any of those groups because they'll all post in that group. If not, go and follow the likes of Strand Bikers MCC, who are based in Newcastle, County Down. You want, you can follow like the Street Fighters NI, who do their own sort of rock nights and stuff like that. There, I know because I'm friends with a few of them. But 100%, if you're in any of those groups, or if you want to join mine, if you join the XT Donkey community page, generally it's me that's posting in there. I'll post, you get your charity bike shows, your small bike shows, your vintage days, your track days, your rock nights, this night charity run. I'll be posting in there, but as I say, you'll find them. They don't hide them. As much of the time as people just stick a poster up and then everybody else shares it. So you will find the stuff, especially coming into summer. You'll start getting more of the ride outs and stuff. So like following a couple of the clubs, local clubs may be the best option for you. But as I say, just keep an eye out. I'll probably TikTok about one every now and again, and let's see. I'll get it now. I'll dump it into the comments. Ooh. No, don't learn more. I want it. No. Yeah. Let's see if this works. So that's the one from my group. If you copy and paste that into Facebook or into your URL at the top, you should get it. Sure feed, copy link. Let's see if this link works. Is this link any different? No, it's the same link. You can join that one. Northern Ireland Bikers. Northern Ireland Bikers one looks a bit like that. It is a private group, but you can, if you go in, click invite or click join, it'll bring them up. I will see that now. Let's see. Pending approval. No pending approvals. So you must already be in if you've joined mine. But as I say, you don't have to join mine. Mine, I just dump stuff in there every now and again. For anybody that's interested, away you go. Probably the best current group and the most active group that's out there, run by Gary from the YouTube channel Away You Go. Go and check it out. join in, tell them I sent you, and see how long it takes them to get me. Yeah, I generally mine is set up that people can just get in. I will say is every now and again, because the group has been slightly quiet, you do get a few porn posts, but I do try to keep on top of getting them out of the way. Got you, Johnny. You're in a minute ago. Mr. Keith Allen joined a minute ago. For shame. And Phil Brown, you're in 2 minutes ago. Let's see. What's that? Suspend from group. Keith Allen, suspend from group. Click. Oh, that would be funny. But as I say, feel free to dump in every now and again. If you see something that you think people are interested, jump it in. I'm not going to argue because it helps. You're laughing. You're suspended. Nah, definitely would not suspend you, mate. But it's just so funny trying to get into a group that doesn't kick you out for no apparent reason, and I do try to get kicked out most of the time because it's funny. It really just is funny. I'm probably not seeing the ability to do stuff because I want to ride my bicycle. But yeah, it's one of those things. Groups are there for everybody. Just enjoy it. 3 people have joined the group. Let's welcome the new members. 3. See your criteria. What have we done? Have we done it? See, trying to work stuff out. It's stressful. Just stressful. Yeah, I did it 4 minutes ago, apparently. But as I say, if you find anything, you know anything that's coming up that anybody be interested, just dump it in there. There's 100 people in here that would love to probably see it. But yeah, so I am going to go. I have been on for a whole hour, which just even looking at the stats and stuff is pretty bloody insane that all these people have come in. Want to say thank you very much to everybody who has, asked a question, chatted, Jonathan, Phil, Keith. Everybody, again, 100% appreciate it. I know these things aren't like super professional and then just me waffling on to myself, but we move. Next one's in March. Generally going to be, I'm going to say it now, so I'm going to hold myself to it. The next one's going to be Saturday the 2nd of March, and that will be at 10 p.m. again. So if you have the chance, if you have a computer and you want to come on, I have the ability to send you a link and you can join in and we're going to have a chat. And yeah, thanks for joining. I hope everybody has a cracking weekend, and I'll see you at the next one.